Hi everyone, and welcome back to Test Reviews. Today we'll be looking at the Russell Hobbs 19750 1.8 litre rice cooker. So I've been using this rice cooker now for about a month or so. I paid about £30 for it, which is probably around 40 US dollars. And with the rice cooker, in the packaging comes a spoon to fluff your rice up. You have a measuring cup for measuring out the cups of rice, a steamer plate for steaming vegetables or whatever you'd like to steam, the pot itself, and a lid, and of course the rice cooker. So what I'm going to do now is use it in practice. I'm going to put some rice in and show you how it works. So over to the kitchen we go. Okay, so over to the kitchen area we go. So what I've done here is I've added 2 cups of basmati rice. I've added 4 cups of water to this. I've also added some frozen vegetables and beans. And it's worth mentioning that you can cook a multitude of items in here. It doesn't necessarily have to be rice. So I've cooked eggs in here, vegetables as you can see. And yeah, you can even cook pasta in it if I'm being honest. I've tried it once before, however I would recommend doing that on the hob. So what I'm going to do now is just add in a little bit of seasoning, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, some chilli, and of course, if I can open it, some mixed herbs to that as well. Now we'll leave it as it is for the time being, because later on during the cook I can give it a mix to really ensure that everything is soaked in. So yeah, this is what the rice cooker looks like when it's loaded up. So all I'm going to do now is put the lid on and turn the switch on. So this is going to take about 15 minutes or so. And what that's going to do is cook it slowly and ensure everything is cooked through properly. And I believe when the water fully runs out, that's when it turns off. And providing you put in the correct amount of water, your rice will then be ready and yeah, essentially good to go. Now one of the really nice things about this is it's completely set and forget. So once you turn this on, you can literally go and leave it and it will just do its thing and cook the rice. So what I'm going to do now is come back afterwards and show you the final results. Okay guys, the rice has finished cooking. So let's take a look. It's just to mention, this is on the orange setting now. So once the rice has finished cooking, it will switch from the red to the orange. And the orange essentially just indicates that it's keeping it warm. So once again, if you go off and do something, your rice is going to cook and then switch to the orange, which is going to keep it warm. So I mixed it in a little bit during the cook. So this is the final product. As you can see, we've got vegetables, beans and rice, and seasoning has kind of sunk into the rice. Now what I'm going to do is just get a spoonful coconut oil. Just put that in there as well, just to add to the flavour and the texture of the food. Like so. So, in terms of whether you should buy this or not, there's a few pros and cons. So in terms of the pros, I think it's cheap. I think £30 for a rice cooker this big is really good value. And I got that on Amazon. And I did mention earlier that £30 is about $40. Just checked, it's actually about maybe 35, 36. I just want to correct myself. Yeah, it requires very little effort. It's literally, you can do one pot meals, you put it in here, you press the button, you go and do something, and you come back and it's done. It's very easy to clean up as well. One downside I will mention, just as I fluff this rice, is you do get a little bit that sticks to the bottom of it. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit of steam on the camera there. As you can see, there's a little bit here which is kind of stuck to the bottom, so I'd say that's not fully ideal. I'd say another pro to it is that you can add extra food in. Like I mentioned before, you can add eggs and things, get some other proteins in there. And yeah, you get your vegetables as well, so you can do a good proportion of the meal just in this pot. The final con I will mention is that the rice isn't as fluffy as I'd like. So if I show you there, don't get me wrong, the rice is still well done. But even despite fluffing it with the spoon, it's still not as fluffy as I'd like. I think with the more expensive rice cookers, you'll get that. But with this one, not so much. Cooked rice well, but just not as well as it could be. So there you go guys, that's the review of the Russell Hobbs rice cooker. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what you'd like me to review next. Really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the support on this channel. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye for now.